Points-Based System Appendix 8, July 2011. Application form for Tier 4 General Student. This form will require you to copy a substantial amount of information from the CAS letter. It is your responsibility to ensure that details on the CAS letter are correct. If you disagree with any information on your CAS letter, you must contact the International Office immediately. Please note, this form is for students who have been issued with a CAS after 21st of April 2011. If you have been issued a CAS before 21st of April 2011, please contact the International Office. If you are making an online application, you will still be required to complete a hard copy of this appendix and print it out, then submit it with all your documents in person. This form must be completed in blue or black ink. Please write in capital letters and write clearly. Part 2. Parent or guardian details. This section is only required to be completed if you are 16 or 17 years old. If you are 18 or over, please skip to Part 3 now. If you are under 18, please give the details of your parent or guardian. In 2.1, give your parent or guardian's given name. Please copy this from your parent or guardian's passport. In 2.2, give your parent or guardian's family name. Please copy this from your parent or guardian's passport. If you are under 18, in 2.3, give your parent or guardian's full contact address, including the postal code. 2.4. Give details of your relationship to your guardian. You may leave this blank if you do not have a guardian. A guardian is a person who is legally responsible for you other than your parent. If you are under 18 and you wish to provide details of a second parent or guardian, you may provide the details below. Parent or guardian number 2. 2.5. Give your parent or guardian's given name. Please copy this from your parent or guardian's passport. If you are under 18, in 2.6, give your parent or guardian's family name. Please copy this from your parent or guardian's passport. In 2.7, give your parent or guardian's full contact address, including the postal code. And in 2.8, give the details of your relationship to your guardian. You may leave this blank if you do not have a guardian. A guardian is a person who is legally responsible for you other than your parent. 2.9. If you are under 18, give the full address of where you will be residing in the UK, including the postal code. If this is not known and your Tier 4 sponsor is arranging your accommodation, give the contact details of the person doing this and or the temporary address you will use upon your arrival. 2.10. If you are under 18, you must provide a letter of consent to this application from your parent or legal guardian. Put a cross in the box to confirm you have done this. Remember, you only need to provide this letter if you are 16 or 17 years old. The letter from your parent or guardian must state all of the following information. 1. That they are your parent or legal guardian. 2. That they have given their consent to this application. 3. That they have given their consent to you independently living in the UK. And 4. That they have given consent to you independently travelling to the UK. 2.11. If you are under 18, you need to answer, will you be travelling to the UK alone? put a cross in the relevant box. If you are travelling alone, you must go to Part 3 now. If you are not travelling alone, you need to complete question 2.12. 2.12. If you are under 18 and you are travelling with somebody else, provide the full details of up to 2 adults who will accompany you. Part 3. Tier 4 sponsor, education provider contact details. 3.1. Give the full name of your Tier 4 sponsor. You must write here the University of Bedfordshire. 3.2. Give your Tier 4 sponsor's license number. Our license number is D8AR2CH7. 3.3. Give the full address of your Tier 4 sponsor, including postal code. Our address is Park Square, Luton Beds, LU1 3JU. Part 4. Course details. 4.1. Give the title of your course of study. This information is available on your CAS letter. Please copy the title of your course from the CAS letter exactly as it is written. 4.2. Give the academic level of the course or qualification awarded when the course is finished. You will find this information on the CAS letter. Part 5. Attributes. 5.1. Confirmation of acceptance for studies. This is the CAS number. Please select this box to confirm you are claiming points for having a valid CAS. 5.2. What is your confirmation of acceptance for studies number? Please copy the CAS number from your letter exactly as it is. 5.3. Confirm which of the following options applies to you. Put a cross in the relevant box. All our new students coming to study with us should be selecting the first box, studying. Once you select this box, you are required to go to question 5.4. 5.4. Unless you are exempt under differentiation arrangements, you must send all the original certificates of qualification and or your original transcript of results and or references that are listed in the CAS letter. You will find this information in your CAS letter, and you must put a cross in the box to confirm you have done so if this applies to you. For majority of our students, you will be required to provide the qualifications which are mentioned in your CAS letter. 5.5. Have you been assessed by your sponsor by other means? For example, by progress on a continuing course of study, as part of a study abroad program by your sponsor's internal test, a portfolio of artwork, or other means as stated on your CAS. If applicable, this information will be available on your CAS letter. .6. Put a cross in one of the boxes below to indicate how you meet the minimum English language requirements relevant to your course. Please note, this question is for students coming to study with us for degree-level courses only. If you are coming to study a foundation course or a pre-sessional course with the University of Bedfordshire, please contact the International Office about advice on how to complete this question. Majority of our students will need to select the fifth option. Your sponsor is a higher education institution and has made its own assessment of your English language ability. Once you have selected this option, you need to go to question 5.14. However, you may be required to select other options only if it applies to you. Select the first option if you are a national of a majority English-speaking country. If you select this option, give the details in question 5.7. Select the second option if you have academic qualification equivalent to UK degree taught in a majority English-speaking country. If you select this option, you need to go to question 5.8. You are not required to select the third option. You may be required to select the fourth option, previous study as a child student or under the student rules that were in force before 31st of March 2009. Only select this if it applies to you, i.e. you have been studying in the UK before as a child student, or you've studied in the UK before under immigration rules which were in force before 31st of March 2009. If you select this option, you need to give details in question 5.12. You are not required to select the final option. You may ignore the final option in 5.6. 5.7. If you have selected the first option in 5.6, that you are a national of a majority English-speaking country, then you need to answer 5.7. If you are a national of one of the countries listed above, you are deemed to have the appropriate standard of English language. You need to give your nationality below. This should be the nationality shown in your passport or travel document which you will use for your application. You are then required to go to question 5.14. If you are not a national of a majority English-speaking country, please do not answer 5.7. 5.8. If you have selected the second option in 5.6, that you have an academic qualification equivalent to UK degree taught in a majority English-speaking country, then you need to provide the details below. Give your academic qualification and the country it was taught in. .9. You are only required to answer this question if you have academic qualification equivalent to UK degree, taught in a majority English-speaking country. Put a cross in the relevant box if this applies to you. 5.10 English Language Test. As a prospective University of Bedfordshire student, you are not required to complete 5.10. 5.11. As a prospective University of Bedfordshire student, you are not required to complete 5.11. 5.12. You are only required to complete this if you selected the third option in 5.6, which is that you have studied in the UK before as a Tier 4 child student or under the student rules that were in force before 31st of March 2009. If that is the case, you need to provide the name of the institution where you studied, the title of the course, the qualification, the year of award, the start date, and the end date. This information is only required if your course was at least 6 months in length and it ended within the 2 years of the date the sponsor assigned your CAS. .13. You only need to answer this if you were required to answer 5.12. You must then put a cross in the relevant box to indicate what evidence you have supplied. ATIS certificate. All applicants must complete this section. 5.14. Are you required to obtain permission from the Academic Technology Approval Scheme, ATIS? If you are required to submit an ATIS certificate, your CAS letter should state this. For more information about ATIS, please visit www.fco.gov.uk/ATIS. Answer 5.14 appropriately with either a yes or no. Again, your CAS letter should provide the information whether you are required to provide an ATIS certificate or not. 5.15. Only answer this if you are required to provide an ATIS certificate. You must put a cross in the box to confirm that you have provided this. You may then go straight to Part 6. Sabbatical Officer. 5.16. Only answer this question if you are applying as a sabbatical officer. Postgraduate doctor or dentist. 5.17. only answer this question if you are applying as a postgraduate doctor or dentist. Part 6. Maintenance or funds. You must have a minimum level of funds to cover your course fees and support yourself. 6.1. How much are the fees for your course of study? Please copy this information from your CAS letter. 6.2. Have any of your course fees been paid? This information is available in your CAS letter. Please answer appropriately. Majority of our students who have paid part of the fees to us should answer yes, paid to education provider, and you should then enter the amount in the box below. If you have not paid your fees, you should answer no and go to 6.4. If you have paid any of your course fees and you answered yes in 6.2, you must now answer 6.3. Put a cross in the relevant box to show what document has been provided as evidence of payment. You should select the first box shown in the CAS. Please check your CAS letter to ensure that it reflects the fees you have already paid. You must only select the third option in 6.3, evidence not required under guidance but held by applicant. You can only select this if you are a low-risk national. A list of the low-risk national is available on the UKBA website. 6.4. Put a cross in the box to confirm you have sufficient funds to cover remaining course fees which are due for payment. You must put a cross here and provide relevant evidence of funds you hold, i.e. bank statements showing relevant funds in the account consistently for 28 days ending no more than 1 month before the date of the application. Please check the Tier 4 policy guidance to ensure your bank statements meet the UKBA requirements. 6.5. Put a cross in the relevant box to confirm whether you are making an initial application or an extension application. Majority of our new prospective students should select the first box, initial application, and you must then go to question 6.6. If you are applying for an extension of a visa which you already hold to study with us and you are a continuing student, read the 3 options below and select the appropriate one which applies to you. If you are an existing student, selecting the final option, further period of study following a course of 6 months or more within your last period of leave, please contact us to discuss the funds you will be required to show in your account. For all the new prospective students who have selected initial application, please go to 6.6. 6.6. Initial application. This is for all new students. Continuing students must go to 6.9. 6.6. As University of Bedfordshire is outside London, please select outside the inner London boroughs and go to 6.8. In 6.8, you must have £600 per month to cover maintenance in the UK up to a maximum of 9 months. As a new student, you will be required to show £5,400 in your account for the maintenance. £5,400. This amount applies to you if you are coming to the UK to study for the first time. If you have studied in the UK before, you may be required to show less money in your account. Please contact us. And now go to 6.12. Have any of your accommodation fees been paid to your sponsor? If your answer is yes, you need to give the details in the box below. You will also need to answer 6.13. Put a cross in the relevant box to show what documents has been provided as evidence of payment. You should select shown in the CAS, and please check your CAS letter to ensure that the accommodation fees you have paid are reflected in the CAS letter accurately. If your answer to 6.12 is no, you must go to 6.14. 6.14. Showing funds. This question must be answered by all applicants. Do you receive support from a financial sponsor that meets the UK Border Agency definition of a financial sponsor? Please select yes or no appropriately. 6.15. You only need to answer this question if you have an official financial sponsor. If you have an official financial sponsor, put a cross in the relevant box to confirm what evidence of financial sponsorship you have provided. 6.16. You only need to answer this question if you have an official financial sponsor. If you have an official financial sponsor, complete the boxes in 6.16 to indicate how much the official financial sponsor or government sponsor is paying towards your expenses. Write the amount they are paying towards your course fees and the amount they are paying for maintenance. .17. All applicants must answer this question. Do you have any remaining fees and maintenance still due for payment? Put a cross in the relevant box. Select yes only if you still owe the university money. If you select yes, please state the amount you still owe the university for course fees. Then select the amount that you owe the university for maintenance. You only need to complete the box for maintenance if you are living in university accommodation. If you do not owe any money to the university, please select no. However, only go to Part 7 if you have paid full accommodation and tuition fees to the university. Otherwise, continue to 6.18. For example, you have paid full tuition fees to the university and you will not be staying in university accommodation. You will need to go to 6.18 as you will still need to prove that you have money available to you for maintenance. 6.18. Do you have the money in your own name? Put a cross in the relevant box. Select yes only if you are using your own bank statements or letter from your official financial sponsor. If you select this box, go straight to question 6.20. If you answer no, you must have the money available in your parent's name. If you have money in parent or legal guardian's bank account, select the third box as well as answering no. You must then go to question 6.19. 6.19. You only need to answer this question if you have money in parent or legal guardian's bank account. If you have the money in your parent or legal guardian's bank account, you need to put a cross in one of the boxes in 6.19 to confirm what evidence you have provided. For majority of our students who are submitting parents' bank statements should send a letter from the parent or legal guardian and thereby put a cross in the first box in 6.19. If you are providing your parents' bank statements, you must also put a cross in one of the boxes below to confirm that you have provided one of the following pieces of evidence of your relationship. We recommend you try to send your birth certificate naming yourself and your parent. Six 6.20. All applicants must complete 6.20. Put a cross in the relevant boxes to indicate what evidence of funds has been supplied to cover all maintenance and fees which you still need to pay. All documents must be originals. The required funds must have been in your or your parent or legal guardian's bank account or building society account for 28 days ending no more than 1 month prior to the date of the application. Select the first box if you are sending your personal bank or building society statements. Select the box below if you are sending letter from a bank confirming the funds or the agreement of a loan. You may select the box below that if you are not required to send any evidence. You will only need to select this box if you are a low-risk national. Select savings or building society passbooks if that is what you are sending. And select letter from a regulated financial institution confirming funds or the agreement of a loan if that is the evidence you will be providing. If you are providing letter from a financial sponsor, unfortunately this option has been mistakenly left out of the form. Therefore, please write in the blank space in 6.20 if you are sending letter from official financial sponsor. Please check the Tier 4 policy guidance to ensure your bank statements or any other financial evidence you are sending meet the UKBA requirements. If you are sending any documents which are not in English, please read this box about translations. Part 7. Summary Sheet. Please complete the summary sheet below listing the points you are claiming and the evidence you are showing in respect of the points that you are claiming. Possession of a CAS is 30 points. Under points claimed, please write 30. In the box for documents, please write the words CAS number. For maintenance, you can claim 10 points. Please write in the box next to it 10 points. And in the box next to that, under documents provided, please write the name of the financial evidence you are sending in respect of the points you are claiming for maintenance. This may be a bank statement. It may be a letter from your official financial sponsor. It may be bank statements relating to your parents. Please write the document which applies to you as evidence of maintenance. The total number of points is 40. Finally, it is very important you sign the form and you date it. Your application will be invalid if you do not sign. If you are 16 or 17 years old, your parents must also sign the form in the bottom box. If you are 18 or over, you may leave the bottom box blank. This is the end of this form. Please note, you must now also complete points-based system Form .flv 9, which is the personal details form.